And ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome. Lady Canes Field in Americus, Georgia. Game number 2, very similar start to game number 1 of this doubleheader between Augusta University Jaguars and the Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. Leadoff batter aboard with a single. This one of the ground ball variety. Oop. Oh, bunt is bobbled, and it'll be a runner on safely. Quickly 2 aboard. So the first hit, instead of, I think the last game, it was more of a little bloop single right. This time it's a ground ball through the hole between short and third to get things started. Second play of the game, a bunt that's bobbled, gets a runner aboard, and Augusta quickly has 2 runners on to open up our nightcap. Hardly a chance to even say hello. Pitcher rocks. This one bunted right in front of home plate. Foul ball. It's a piece of home. So they'll reset. So nobody out for Augusta. Runners are on first and second as we'll transfer that. There's the bunt. This bunt causes headaches for the Lady Canes, and all the runners are safe. Disastrous start if you're a Georgia Southwestern fan, but a great start for Augusta, quickly drawing a visit to the circle from head coach Nikki Levering. Augusta has runners on every base and nobody out. Game 2, so this will give us a chance to welcome you to our broadcast here on the Surge Sports Network. Our YouTube channel is GSW Athletics, the home of the Surge Sports Network. Georgia Southwestern coming into game number 2 of today's doubleheader with a record now of 14-11. They took the opener by the final score of 7-5. Georgia Southwestern 14-11 overall, 3-2 in conference play. Augusta is 3-16 overall and 0-1 in Peach Belt Conference action. Shannon Gibson does in fact get the start in game number 2. She was the Lady Canes starter in our opening game. This one fouled off. Kind of run into some bad luck here at the start and some fortunate locations and bounces for the Jaguars. Quickly put the heat on the senior hurdler, Shannon Gibson. I mentioned that we probably would get a chance to see her back here. This one will get past the catcher. The throw, not in time, and Augusta takes a 1-0 lead. Everybody moves over a base. Augusta gets a run. And still nobody out. This one a hard ground ball. One hop to the third baseman. High throw to first that softly lands in the glove of Lauren Kersey. Runners stay put, one away. Here's a dangerous hitter for Augusta. Had a great first game. It's number 10, Kelsey Hunter. Hunter in the opener as Gibson delivers, stays upstairs for a ball. Hunter was 2 for 3. She scored twice, drove in a run. She had a double and a home run in the opener. This time she squares to bunt. They catch the runner at third. The throw back in time. So Hunter unable to get the bunt down. She's still at the plate, though. But they do. Unable to get the bunt down. The runner was coming hard from third and could not get back in time. Second out of the inning. Runner still at second base for Augusta. But now there's 2 away. That one in there for a strike, so 2 strikes to Hunter. Well, this would be still a big if, but Gibson works her way out of this one, and she did pretty good job to come away with only one run against her. There she gets the swing and the miss and the strikeout by Gibson. Augusta does strike first, however, just like they did in the opener. Well, no, I take that back. GSW had the 2-run home run in the first. Augusta strikes first in game number 2. You saw it. 1 run in, 1-0 the score. Georgia Southwestern heads to the dugout to grab the sticks for the first time here in game number 2. We'll be back in a moment on the Surge Sports Network. Leadoff batter for the Lady Hurricanes is Chloe Zeller. Coming into action today, Zeller with a .254 batting average. Drove in 10, 584 ops. Average. That one a ball. Zeller now at .257 her batting average up 3 points after her performance in game number 1 today. Up to the minute stat reporting there. Starting pitcher in game number 2 for Augusta is, who we got here? Let's see. Yeah, 18. There we go. Katie Caldwell. Caldwell is making her 8th appearance. This is her 5th start. Popped up, left side, shortstop under it, and there's one away. Caldwell, 8th appearance, 5th start, 29 2/3 innings pitched, 37 hits, 20 walks, 17 strikeouts, a 1-4 record, and a 5.66 ERA. High pop-up left side into shallow left field. Moving over to her left, or right rather, and making the grab is Hunter. So 2 away. We'll update the scoreboard for you. So 2 outs for GSW. Here comes Haley Tierce. Tierce takes ball 1. Coming into the day, .299 batting average, 5 home runs, 15 ribbies, 1.109 ops average. That one a little bit low. After the 2-run home run in the opener, Tierce has got her average now over .300. .304 is her current batting average. She has 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, 12 walks, which leads the team. She was also, again, hit by a pitch in the first game. So a dangerous hitter in Haley Tierce, the Lady Hurricanes' all-time home run leader, looking to add to her total this afternoon. So Caldwell will rock back and fire. That one's in there for a strike. This is a shot. Left field, high, deep, off the trees, and gone. Haley Tierce, that's another one, folks. Add to her legacy, add to her record. GSW's all-time home run hitter sails into home plate. A Royale with cheese. As Ryan Young would say, I can't do it nearly as well as Ryan, but that one up above the global graphics sign, into the brush, beyond left field, a no-doubter, and Tierce has evened the game up at 1 apiece. We'll get the scoreboard updated there. There's the point run, rather. And this one's going to drop in shallow center field for a base hit. So the Lady Hurricanes doing it all with 2 outs here in the opening inning. Well, again, this is the thing. This is an area that the Hurricanes excel, and they have some power hitters in their lineup. That one is called a strike. So we'll get back to the outfield cam. Sarah Beth King can put it over the scoreboard as well as she did against Georgia College. Powerful batter at the plate for the Lady Hurricanes as well, with a runner aboard here in the first. Current average, well, we'll take a look. This is a shot to center field. It's going to clear the wall. I mentioned it, called it. Sarah Beth King, home run. Touch 'em all, 25. Home run number 6 of the season, RBIs, 16 and 17. Another Royale with cheese. All right, I'm done with that one. That's Ryan Young's call. Lady Hurricanes flexing their muscle in the first inning. Base is clear now. Pitch to Kersey, called strike. Big cut from Kersey, taken for a strike. So that home run from King just to the right of the GSW Hurricanes logo on the right center field. And that was a line drive that cleared the fence and in plenty of time. Lots of pace behind that one. A solid rocket off the bat. This is a high fly ball. This one might stay in the park. It will on the run, and then tapping the wall is Hunter for the final out of the inning. The swirling wind has picked up a little bit here in game number 2. You notice our camera out in center field shaking a little bit. Well, GSW dials in the long ball. A couple of home runs and 3 runs in the first. GSW's back out on top. 1 inning complete, game 2 of our afternoon doubleheader. Mentioned the hailstorm in Game 1 to you. You're just tuning in. Chance to win $25,000. You saw the details there on your screen. 2,000 golf balls being dropped from a helicopter. We're capping it at 2,000, so you got to beats the lottery. Can't beat those odds playing the scratch-offs. $25,000 first prize. Closest to the flag is 25 grand. Second is 10. And there's prizes, $1,000 prizes, even for the furthest away from the flag stick. So a full list of details and events for the day are available on our website. You saw the address gswcanes.com/hailstorm. gswcanes.com/hailstorm. $100 golf ball purchase gets you a shot, gets you in the dance, and that's going to take place on May 10th in Providence Springs Plantation outside of Americus. Brand new facility they're opening up there. They hope to have weddings, banquets out on their country estate, and we're happy to open it up. First event there, first ever hailstorm as well for the athletics department. All funds to benefit the GSW athletics department after we get done paying off all those prizes. Check it out. Got a whole list of sponsors we'll share with you as the event has gone on. Corporate partnerships start as low as a $500 investment, so not a bad deal. Tickets to the reception also included with your golf ball purchase, so you could easily have a night of entertainment for $100 plus you got that golf ball and a chance to win big money. So lead off walk to open up the second inning. As we get back up here, first base, second inning, we'll get it all squared away for you. Got to talk to you about the hailstorm. Where's the second inning? There we go, top of the second, coming up. Up to speed. Well, we got to get that runner on first for you. There's where we stand. 3-1, top of the second, nobody out. Shannon Gibson, the starting pitcher, she came into the day. We'll get you her stats coming in. Square into bunt, good bunt. Down there, first base side. Kersey's got it this time. Sacrifice bunt. Sacrifice bunt is executed. Runner moves over. Runner moves down to second base. There's one away now. Gibson steps in and delivers. Strike on the inside edge. Starting pitcher Shannon Gibson now will be making her 9th appearance and her 5th start as she started game 1. Coming into the day, 32 innings, 10-16. The ratio, as you see, and a .88 ERA, which took a little bit of a ding in the opener. Her current stats show Shannon. Actually, must have been some unearned runs in there. Back to the, just in front of the circle, Gibson over to first, second out, recorded. But the runner does scurry down to third, so that much closer. Two outs, runner at third. Gibson's ERA is showing a .83. 33 2/3 coming in. 11 walks, 16 strikeouts. And that one's going to hit her and put a runner on base. So runners on the corners now with 2 away. So Augusta goes back to the top of the order, and the center fielder, Maddie Libby, steps in. In game number 1, Libby 1 for 4, struck out once. Got a chance to drive in a run or two here. And she hits a line drive on the run, coming in and making the grab. Center fielder there for the Hurricanes. That's McFarland again. She starts game 2. She came in replacement as a sub in game 1. Now she gets the call on the start in game number 2. Augusta comes up empty in the second, 3-1 the score. We'll be back in a moment from Lady Canes Field. Brianna Bryson to start things off for the Lady Hurricanes in the second inning. Bryson entered the day with a .291 batting average, a home run, 7 RBIs, ops number 740. In game number 1, she was 0 for 2, so that average coming down just a hair. 0 for 2, she did walk once. So that will put her current average at 281. So she came down 10 points, 281. Called strike. We actually are in the bottom of the second inning. I went a little bit low, and so she'll get the free pass, her second walk of the day, first walk in game number 2. McFarland enters the day with a .217 batting average, also 1 home run, 7 ribbies, 665 ops number. At bunt will be a sacrifice, does the job to move the runner over. McFarland in the opener was 0 for 3. That pitch is a little bit low. Quick visit to the circle just to check on things. Be head coach Melissa Bracado. As you take a look at the stats for Oglesby coming into play today, current batter, 232 average, 5 home runs, so a little power from the junior from Ocala. Got her opposite 824, 17 runs driven in. That one is pulled foul. Got a hold of it, as we mentioned. Oglesby in the first game was 2 for 4. Scored a run, drove in a run. Her current average then would be .250, so she brought her average up 18 points with that 2 for 4. The pitch in on the hands, fouled back. Fouled off, she'll stay alive. That one looked like it might have clipped the umpire a little bit. He's going to walk it off. Ooh, off speed, fooled her. Swing and a miss, strikeout. Strikeout registered by Caldwell. Second out of the inning. Second baseman, that throw is a little off the mark. That'll allow the runner to go to third. Was there in plenty of time to get the ground ball, but misplayed it. And the throw is off the mark, and Zeller stays on base, so GSW's inning stays alive. Runners at the corners, and Tanner Robertson will be the batter. Well, let's see if Robertson can make her pay for it. This one slicing, and it will drop into right center field for a base hit. So the error ends up being costly. Runner will score. Robertson gets an RBI, and the Lady Canes extend their lead to 4-1. And it doesn't get any easier for Caldwell. Here comes Haley Tierce already with 2 home runs today, 1 in each game. 4-1 runners on the corners. That one low. That one called a strike. Mentioned Morgan Hunter. She was the Game 1 starter for Augusta. This is Caldwell pitching in Game 2. That one fouled off. Again, Hunter came in as the team leader in ERA. Caldwell second on the squad with her 29 2/3 coming into play. To lead the Augusta pitching staff. Ooh, that one in the dirt. And it got a piece of Tierce, so she was hit by the pitch. She'll go down to first base as that one came up off the dirt and got a piece. That's her second time being hit today. Time called, and they'll have a meeting inside the circle. No coaches this time, just the players gathering around as the Lady Canes have the bases loaded. This thing could get out of hand in a hurry. The batter Kayla Kerr. We'll be back in a moment here. Give him a second to break it up. Nah, actually, we'll just keep it right here. All right, Kayla got a chance to do something. Good pitch. Inside at the knees for a strike. Kerr entering the day with a .343 batting average. I think that puts her about second on the team. 4 home runs, 24, team leading 24 RBIs, and that ops number 991. So good numbers for Kerr, good balance of power, and she finds a way to get on base. Kayla's got a chance to do some work here. Kerr was, let's see where Kerr was at. Game 1. Game 1 for Kerr. She was 1 for 3. She scored a run and drove in a run. That one down low. Current batting average for Kerr after Game 1's tally, .342. So just down a point. Second on the team to Sarah Beth King in that category, batting average-wise. That one is through the hole on the left side. It'll bring in a run. Everybody moves a base. Keep all the boxes lit, but add one to the scoreboard. 5-1 now for Georgia Southwestern. And here comes Sarah Beth King. Hard hit ball, going to get over the head of the right fielder and all the way to the fence. King will stop at first, but all the runners are going to come around. On the throw, King will break for second. Big hit. Big hit for Sarah Beth King, the junior that transferred in from West Alabama, Blackshear, Georgia native. Ooh, big cut from Kersey, but she's comes underneath that one. Ball sails over her bat for a strike. That one, she pulls the string on, but it stays up in the zone. Kersey doesn't bite. Kersey pops this one up on the infield. It'll be the second baseman to make the call. Coming in and making the play is Prescott. But GSW adds to its lead. The Lady Canes up big. 8-1 after 2. We'll be back in a moment here on the Surge Sports Network. Hot shot over to Kersey at first base. Makes the play and steps on the bag. First out of the inning. Top of the third. One away. Prescott, the second baseman for Augusta. Game number 1, she was 0 for 3. For the season, Prescott is the leading. Nice play by Gibson. It happened so fast we couldn't even switch over in time. A big bouncing chopper that she had to reach up for to her backside, and she made the play, threw over to first. Second out of the inning. Prescott entered the day with a .321 batting average. I mentioned that. Just a leader on the team. Punching this one. What a reach. What a grab. And Amy Oglesby. Nope. I will bring that one back and do it over. So no pitch. Take the out off the board. Heck of a play by Oglesby to reach and cover that ground. Waved the pitch off, however, and there's still 2 outs. Called strike. McClendon, number 2 on the team, a .306 batting average to start the day. She also leads the team with 5 doubles. Outside for a ball. McClendon was 1 for 4 in game number 1 this afternoon. Foul. A couple of category leaders coming into today for Augusta. Batting average wise, it's Prescott, and McClendon leads here with the doubles, home runs, and RBIs. Tops on the Augusta roster. This a bouncing ball to the second baseman, and Oglesby still gets to make the out, still gets to make a nice play, and she does so to end the top of the third inning. We'll go to the home half after our break. GSW up 8-1. So you saw a couple of images there for one-of-a-kind facility going up in the Peach Belt Conference. Just broke ground on homecoming, which was March 2nd. The indoor practice facility, hitting facility for our baseball and softball teams. Great things happening here on campus. And again, that building hopefully in place by the beginning of next year. It'll house our baseball team's locker room, as well as you saw some of the first pitch of the second picture of the inside, what it'll look like. But the baseball team currently without a locker room, so they'll have a place to call home. Softball, this building that we're in right now, here behind the home plate area, just went up a few years ago, so good to see all the construction on campus. Ground ball to the right side. Bryson will go down 4-3 on that one. First out, bottom of the third. We'll get that scoreboard up to date for you. First out of the inning. And it's the bottom of the third. That building will be just beyond the center field wall, actually, where the you can't really see it from here, I don't think. But beyond the flagpole, yeah, you can barely see the Augusta bus just beyond the Lady Canes on center field wall. Come this time next year, pop up. It's going to stay in the infield. Shortstop slides over behind second base. And the play made by Meredith McClendon. 2 up, 2 down for GSW in the third. Second baseman Amy Oglesby steps in with 2 away. But that's where the building will go, just beyond center field. Take up some of the parking lot that's already up there. This chopped foul. I think I've seen him already marking off underground wiring and cables and flags everywhere. And again, the official groundbreaking took place on homecoming, March 2nd. Construction here soon to follow. Pulled foul. This one's straight back. You hear the loud thud. It hits our building. It wasn't all too long ago that brick building you see behind home plate was nothing more than a wood box, a little blue wood box, waist high. Strike 3 called. I'm sure you'll want to hear more of that story, but thank goodness for progress. Lady Hurricanes go down in the third. 8-1 lead. It's been all GSW here. We'll head to the fourth, game number 2 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. The pinch hitter is Cece Castillo. Castillo 2 for 4 in the opener. Now she comes in as a pinch hitter. Pulled down the line, just inside the bag, down into the corner. And a nice move and a good day for Castillo. Again, 2 for 4 in the opener, pinch hitting now in game 2. And she rolls one down the left field line and into the corner for a double. Castillo. Okay, both were singles in the opener. Now she's got herself a double. 3 hits on the day. So a runner at second base. Well, they were calling her a pinch hitter. She was down in the starting lineup. Huh. Hey, Castillo was on the lineup card as the DP. The batter now is Olivia Biles, third baseman for Augusta. That one in there for a strike from Gibson. Fouled off third base side, out of play. Ooh. Ball 4. Couple runners on now here in the 4th. For Augusta, that one by way of a walk. Catcher Megan McCook steps in. McCook in the opening game was 0 for 1 with a walk. That one's going to get past the catcher into the backstop. No throw. They'll just hold on to it, and the runners easily scamper up a base. It's going to be in foul territory. She's going to make the grab. Runner's going to tag. The throw will be up in front of the plate and in safely, so it will be a sacrifice fly. Zeller does what she can to get it in, but the runner scores, and both runners advance. So 8-2 now the score. Runner at third base. 2 away. And the second run of the day for Augusta in game number 2. This will be Bella Fernandez, the first baseman. Number 23 steps in, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Off-speed pitch, doesn't offer at it, and lets it go by for a ball. Georgia Southwestern, this one right back to Gibson. She'll take it, throw to first. We'll tell you more about the upcoming schedule for the Lady Hurricanes when we return, but that'll do it for Augusta in the 4th. They do get a run, 8-2 now, the score in favor of the Lady Hurricanes. Game 2 of our doubleheader. We'll be back in a moment from Lady Canes Field Peach Belt Conference softball action here on the Surge Sports Network. Chloe Zeller, the leadoff batter for the Hurricanes in the home half of the fourth inning. That one called for a strike. Zeller was 1 for 3 in the opener. She walked once. The Lady Canes now in game 2 of getting through the lineup a couple of times. Again, live stats are available. The link is in the description of today's broadcast on our YouTube station. Don't forget to subscribe to GSW Athletics. Friendly reminder, GSW Athletics, your YouTube home. The Surge Sports Network, that's how you can find us. Bookmark it, or actually subscribe, I should say that way. You'll know whenever the Lady Canes are playing. You don't have to set that reminder. We'll let you know. This one off the glove of the shortstop, who was drawn in anyway. It got to her in a hurry. It'll be a base hit for Zeller, I would think. Third baseman had to kind of make the bang-bang play as Zeller slapped that one up the middle between the pitcher and the shortstop. So Zeller's over at first. Lady Canes put the leadoff batter aboard. Ball is low. Zeller scurries back to first, is not running. This is a bunt that'll end up getting back to, I believe, the pitcher who has to sling it over to first as she's backing up the third baseman. Sacrifice bunt executed well for the Lady Canes. Runner moves over. Zeller now at second, but there is one away. See what happens here as first base is open for Haley Tierce. I'm sure she's not going to get anything all too delectable to look at. If she bites at a few, that'd be all right. If she doesn't, well, there's first base for you. A couple of home runs already today for Tierce, one in each game. Been hit twice, been walked, only been retired once. And that came at her last at-bat of game number 1 today. I believe. I could have been off. I got to look at this game's stats, actually. Probably been through the lineup a couple times. Well, she has the home run and was hit by a pitch today. in game 2. Pulled foul. Well, 2 strikes on her now. Georgia Southwestern, I mentioned that I was going to hint at it. The schedule-wise, they've played 25 games. Only 9 have been here in Americus. Pulled foul way out in front of that one. And a couple of those dates were kind of conflicts. We had homecoming, a rescheduled, or actually a date that was not originally scheduled as a home contest was moved here when Fort Valley State couldn't play on their field. Tierce waits on it, but does flick it into right. It's going to drop in for a base hit between the second baseman and the right fielder. Couldn't decide who wanted to take that one. And it finds the limited crack in the window to drop in and get Tierce a base hit. Runners on first and second now with 1 away. Runner has to stay put because she's not sure if somebody's going to catch it. As again, you saw it just in very shallow right field. A little more zip to that one as Kayla Kerr steps in. A couple of runners on with 1 away. 6-3 at home, and even 4-4 away, and even 4-4 at neutral site locations for the Lady Hurricanes this season. But with all of those games away from home, that means that on the back half of the schedule, there's many more here at Lady Canes Field. So you'll see a steady dose of the Lady Canes on the Surge Sports Network in the upcoming week or two. They are at Auburn, I think that's a home game. It's a high fly ball, left center field. It's going to drop in. Can't get there in time. The left field Hunter. Uh-oh, we've got runners all over the place on the bases. They'll come home and make the tag. So that's the second out of the inning. Boy, confusion all over. The runners ran into each other at second base. It'll end up just being, well, it's still a base hit, but it's the runner is going to be out at home trying to advance. So it's a long single. Runners stay at first and second, but now there's 2 outs. Well, that was an awkward play. I guess they were thinking maybe she was going to catch it, and so Tierce wasn't running. Well, actually, Tierce had rounded second and got caught up and was thinking about taking third, but had to hold on, and that's where Kerr, with good speed, was already at second base going, no. You already left second. I'm here now. She had to scurry back to first. Sarah Beth King, the batter for the Lady Canes. 2 away in the inning. That one inside. Point University, the 22nd. Next weekend, it's USC Aiken in town, so 22nd and 23rd. Friday, Saturday, home dates for the Lady Hurricanes. Inside. April 3rd, they host Albany State. As you look at the games here, upcoming games in the near future anyway. Next weekend will be a full weekend of GSW softball. Ooh. Off her leg, foul ball. Turns on that one and hammers it foul. Yeah, Lady Hurricanes are home on the 20th. This is wrong, so that's incorrect on our program. That ball's inside the bag. Foul, a fair ball inside the bag at third. Runners coming around. The throw will be cut off, and 2 runners are in. That one right over the bag at third base. Hard ground ball brings in 2. And Sarah Beth King's having an excellent afternoon. So 2 more runs are in. Runner at first base. And we'll step aside as they meet on the outside the circle here for just a moment. Lauren Kersey steps in. This one fly ball right field, moving towards the line, drifting over and making the catch for Augusta. Savannah Gabriel. Final outs recorded. Lady Canes add a couple more runs and extend their lead now. It's an 8-run cushion. 10-2 will go to the 5th, game 2 of our doubleheader. As I mentioned in game 1, that stat not accurate there on that last slide where it mentioned we had not split a doubleheader. That was actually set up before the Georgia College, minus the update in the record. GSW hadn't split a doubleheader all season. They either won both or lost both until they took on Georgia College last weekend. That was a split. The Lander doubleheader on Friday was a split. And so GSW waited until Peach Belt Conference play to start getting their splits in. So that was it. Those 2 doubleheaders have been split. Otherwise, it's always been win or loss one way or the other. Today, it looks like the Lady Canes will hang on and possibly go home with a couple of wins here on a weekend where every Peach Belt Conference matchup carries a little extra weight as you try to get yourself into a potential postseason bid. Lady Canes do well. Anytime you can win 2 in a row is a good thing. So GSW trying to hold on. Dean to shut things down and shut down Augusta here in the 5th. If she can do so, this game will be over. She rocks back and throws. That one stays upstairs. GSW is actually home on Wednesday. Ball 4 walk. Leadoff batter aboard. If Augusta scores at least a run, this thing will keep going. Auburn Montgomery is in town on Wednesday. That one called strike. So add that to the list of upcoming games. 3 straight home dates for the Lady Canes. It'll be a busy week. So that's part of an 8-game homestand. Which begins today, right now. Auburn Montgomery on Wednesday. Point University on Friday, pulled foul. And then USC Aiken coming up, alumni weekend. Cookout weekend coming up this Saturday. Looks like video will be available for all of those games right here on the Surge Sports Network. Busy week for home softball events. Hopefully you'll be a part of it. And rather than remember everything I just told you, subscribe to our channel. That way you can get notified when we go live. Swing and a miss, strikeout for Dean. 1 away in the 5th. Number 3 hitter in the lineup is number 3, the second baseman, Lauren Prescott. This is a ground ball to Tierce. She'll go to first and get the second out of the inning. 2 away. Runner makes her way over to second base. Cleanup hitter is number 11. That's the shortstop, Meredith McClendon. She reaches for it. It's going to be foul, out of play. Over the fence, beyond the reach of Kersey. And strike 1. This was spring break week that's wrapping up, so the campus is actually pretty quiet. This should do the ball game. Pop up. Dean with the catch. And the Lady Canes complete the sweep. 10-2, the final score in Game 2. Georgia Southwestern takes both games today's afternoon double dip. 15-11 overall for Coach Levering and the Lady Hurricanes. They're 4-2 in Peach Belt Conference action. Augusta University 3-17 overall. They're 0-2 as they open up Peach Belt Conference play. We're going to mute it for a second. We'll be back for a real quick wrap-up. You're watching GSW softball here on the Surge Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. So as the folks head for the exits here, what turned out to be a great Sunday afternoon for the Lady Hurricanes, the sweep of Augusta University here, Peach Belt Conference action from Lady Canes Field. Thanks for tuning in. Final score in game number 2 was 10-2. Lady Canes, they call this one after 5 as GSW jumped on the Jaguars early in this one. We'll see if we can pull up the stats really quick for you. Winning pitcher will be Shannon Gibson. Gibson improves her record to 4-0 this spring. Dean comes in relief. Gets a little bit of work in. Taking the loss for Augusta is going to be Katie Caldwell. Her record's going to drop to 1-5. Augusta scored a run in the first. GSW answered with 3 in the bottom half of the first, 5 more in the second. With the score 8-1, Augusta was able to push across a run in the fourth, make it 8-2, and then GSW answered with 2 more in the bottom half of the fourth inning, your final score of 10-2. Augusta scored 2 runs, had 4 hits in the game, committed 1 error. GSW had 10 runs on 10 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Lady Hurricanes. Nobody with multiple hits as the Jaguars finish with 4 as a team. Hits coming from individuals, hits from Castillo, Libby, Gabrielle, and Prescott in this one. Again, Caldwell went the distance, 4 innings pitched, 10 hits, 10 runs, 5 of which were earned. She walked 1 and struck out 2. Georgia Southwestern got hits, multiple hits from Kayla Kerr. She went 3 for 3, scored 3 times, drove in a run. They got 3 hits from Sarah Beth King, 3 for 3, 1 run scored, and 7 RBIs. I think Sarah Beth, let's see what, if I look at this right. Let me double check on something here. Yep. 1 run hit in, 7 RBIs in the game for Sarah Beth. Multiple hits also from Haley Tier. She was 2 for 2. Scored 3 times, drove in a run. Hits coming also from Tanner Robertson and Chloe Zeller. GSW with 10 hits overall. Shannon Gibson, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits. Allowed 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned. She walked 2 and struck out 1. Dean came in, pitched an inning, walked a batter, struck out a batter. So she got a little work in here this afternoon as well. Taking a look at the team stats, GSW. Great stats across the board. They were 7 for 12, 583 with 2 outs. With runners on, hit 636, 7 for 11 at the plate. And with runners in scoring position, you can't ask for much more than 6 for 9. 667 batting average for the Lady Canes with runners in scoring position. Augusta was 1 for 7 in their opportunities to bring in some runners with our runner in scoring position. That's a 143 batting average. Augusta put the leadoff batter on 3 times, GSW twice, although they didn't get to bat in the 5th. And that will wrap this one up. We're going to go off the air for just a few moments as things start to wind down at Lady Canes Field. We'll be back for our post-game wrap-up and our post-game interviews. Right from up here in the press box at Lady Canes Field. We'll just be off the air for a moment. Hang with us, leave the channel on, and we'll be back momentarily. A couple Lady Hurricanes, Coach Levering, talking about today's doubleheader sweep of Augusta. We'll see you in just a moment. If we don't catch you, catch the replay on our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics, again on YouTube, the home of the Surge Sports Network. You've been watching Georgia Southwestern State University softball, a sweep this afternoon of Augusta. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll catch up with you. Well, if it's not for the post-game show, which we hope it is, we'll catch up with you when the Lady Hurricanes host Auburn Montgomery on Wednesday. Take care and have a great one. Lady Canes, 2 wins. We'll talk to you soon.